Welcome, people of the World Wide Web. So it's Cypher Sigma here, and as the title would show, there is a little bit of a background to this. So a fairly new YouTuber that I've come across, the Pang Films. Hopefully that's the right pronunciation. He did a video a little while ago where basically he'd come across this trend that people are doing their partners top 10 movies. So he did his wife's. So that kind of got me started in the idea. I watched the video, really liked it, spoke with my wife, and my wife was first like, how the hell do you expect me to come up with 10 films? Obviously, she doesn't love films as much as I do. She has grown to, and there are certain attachments to it. So she doesn't like being featured on camera, and she's not here in a minute, so I'm not doing it, but I have her top 10. So before we go, obviously she's my wife of 10, well, my partner of 10 years, wife of 5. She's lovely. She loves that like me. She loves animals. Big fan of Disney. More in nostalgia due to me, and not as much horror. So taking all that into account, if you feel you want to, if you've seen enough of my videos, if you want to pause the video and take a guess of what 10 movies, some of them have been mentioned before, and I have mentioned about, if you want to take a guess, you'll probably get a few. If you know me or see my videos, you'll probably get one or two. I have mentioned several of them before, but I just thought that would be a fun little game for people out there. So let's get into it. So after a frantic search, I found 9 out of 10 titles. Number 9 is With the In-Laws. So I will put it up there. I'll have to put a screenshot of the cover up there, but it's very rude. So number 10, obviously some of these are box sets. So number 10 for my wife is Die Hard 3. So probably if you know her, she's not the biggest action fan. She really, really loves Die Hard 3. She'd seen, I think, Die Hard 3 when I'd met her, but she hadn't seen any others, and she's seen 1 to 4 with me now. Still, she enjoys 1 and 2, but said, yeah, 3 is by far, with Samuel L. Jackson. She enjoys that the most. I say a genre that she's not massively into. Like, we watched Speed and stuff together, and she's really enjoyed that, and a few other movies. But it's not necessarily her go-to. So yeah, that is number 10. So number 9, I had to put it up here, is Champions. So this is the Woody Harrelson movie from, I think, 2023, about kind of a modern day version of the Mighty Ducks. Essentially, he's a coach. He kind of goes drinking, gets disqualified, then has to rehabilitate by doing hours at this voluntary basketball, where it's basically a load of kids with Down syndrome, played by kids with Down syndrome and condition, and it is a great, fun movie. The actors across the board, Woody Harrelson and all the kids that are in there, are amazing. Funny how the writing and how it puts it, it is people are people. Everyone is different. Everyone has, everyone is different within their own mindset, regardless. Obviously, Down syndrome are sometimes put into one category, but they are still people at the end of the day. And and these actors and that do amazing job. And some of the lines I do is actually, is actually great. And then at the very end, there's a little montage that I'd always say to stay for. But yeah, I went and watched that film in the cinema. I bought it I think my wife bought me a copy, and then we watched it quite soon afterwards. And she absolutely loved it, as much as I did. I think it was close to being my favourite movie of 2023. I think it was 2 or 1, I can't remember. So yeah, so that's number 9 for her. So then we go to number 8, obviously another box set, but it is the first Bridget Jones's Diary. So my wife is a big Bridget Jones fan. Obviously here's the box set, and then obviously the new one comes out. I have to get for the collection, which I'll just add it in there. Unless they do a tiny box set of 4, I may upgrade. But I really like it. It was a movie series that I hadn't really watched. I've seen stuff with Renee Zellweger in, and I don't mind her from that era, but I'd seen clips of Bridget Jones, but never ever watched it. And then we sat down and watched them all together, and I actually really, really enjoyed it. It's really fun. I'm big fan of Hugh Grant. So I'm surprised I didn't see him. But yeah, I think with Bridget Jones and the story, there is just something about the character and something that just appeals to people. She's not perfect and she has flaws and there are issues, but And even though her story isn't perfect within the whole process from 1 to 4, but I can get definitely why my wife would say that. Number 8. So number 7, probably my influence on her. It is Johnny Five. So Short Circuit. So she had never seen this movie since before seeing me, I introduced her to it. Like this, Goonies, there's a lot of 80s movies I've tried to introduce her to. Some she's warm to, some she's not. This she absolutely adores. They don't, 80s was a very rich era where they experimented with ideas like a robot coming to life, but the execution of animatronics and stuff like this was done so well, and the writing and everything. And I know obviously there is the whole race controversial list. I just kind of ignore it because I think it is just done well. So that was number 7. Number 6, funny enough, when I pulled it off, I didn't realise we had a sealed copy of it, so I'm not sure how we've managed to pick this up, but we'll both watch this again. Hugh Grant, so Notting Hill. I always do a running joke to like, from Horse and Hound and stuff like this, and I think we've seen this once together. But yeah, we both really, really like it. It's a really, really nice, fun movie. I think they have done slight variations of it as you go on, but it just, there are just these actors and the story and the elements to it just work so well, and kind of they merge on the line of kind of the modern day person in the bookstore and stuff like this, and how he goes about his life. You can kind of relate to that as a standard, human being, and then you have the celebrity life, which a lot of us fantasize about and stuff, and this kind of merges the two elements, and I think it works quite well. So that is the 10 to 6. So now we go into the top 5. So at 5, a massive favourite of ours, Christopher Robin. So this was an upgrade from AJ. AJ always likes to get a mention in any of the videos, so give him. But yeah, so this was an upgrade from him. He didn't warm to this. Me and my wife are massive fans of Winnie the Pooh. Obviously, this has Alan Cummings, who is the second voice of Winnie the Pooh. I think he took over in like the 60s or 70s. He also does Tigger. And we absolutely love this of how Pooh is interacting in real life. I bought all the toys except Kanga. They brought the stuffed teddies. I have them all up. We have them all upstairs. Some of the voices I think are a little bit off because they go some other routes, but that's fine. But yeah, it's just that the interaction with him and Pooh, and how it kind of captivates that whole element of Winnie the Pooh originally, when it was kind of like the inner child within an adult, and this personifies it great, even though it's kind of aged a little bit because it's set back in the day. But with Winnie the Pooh, I think it couldn't have done well. And Ewan McGregor absolutely shines as Christopher Robin. So we've got to have a Christmas movie in there. So yes, one Christmas movie. My wife's favourite Christmas movie, Muppets Christmas Carol. A stable. I think the first 4 or 5 years we were together, we watched this every Christmas. I got a bit sick of it one year, and then we haven't watched it. But I would still happily watch it. We always have, when we're decorating the tree, we always put the soundtrack on and listen to it. And I got the pop vinyls, I think, and obviously a running thing with us. We always have a pop vinyl on top of the tree, and obviously I've got Christmas theme from these and the other ones. I didn't get all of them. I only got Kermit and Tiny Tim, and then I got Gonzo and Rizzo at the bottom. So I got those two. I haven't got Fuzzy Bear, which I might have to go back and get, even though I'm not really into pops anymore, but the completist in me. So that is number 4. Then we go to our top 3. So first off is the last animation you will see on this, or only the first animation, so to speak. Yeah, it's the first animation in this movie, and it is Robin Hood. So this is my wife's favorite animation from Disney. I know it so much. We had I painted a mural, which you can't see, it's behind there, and essentially we had themed Disney tables, and obviously this was one of the themed tables. Unfortunately, I didn't realise this was her favourite at the time. I thought it was Beauty and the Beast, and that's the theme we had on our table. It was the kind of indoors and stuff that were on, or the extended family outside of the head table had the Robin Hood one. But it was all a good show. And yeah, Robin Hood, a great movie, great soundtrack. Obviously, elements still present in, rich and the poor divide and everything like else. And the story's been used so many times, but I think that is a nice take. The 21st Disney film as well. So let me go to the second one, and I kind of lied when I said this is kind of elements of animation. So this is Bedknobs and Broomsticks. So Angela Lansbury, obviously, you have elements in this movie, obviously characters and stuff like in other ones, obviously, and she loves Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and stuff like this. And obviously Mary Poppins, and obviously you have the dad from Mary Poppins. Obviously you have the voice of Mrs. Potts from the 1992, I think it is, Beauty and the Beast. And then obviously you have the Island of the Bum Bum. She really, really likes this, which is really, I say she really likes this, has memories of a child of it. And it's quite surprising when you know her, because stuff that is back in time. So when you go like 60s, 70s, and then like early 900s, and even like that, she doesn't like really any of those sort of movies. But this one, even though it's set around World War II, I want to say. So what, 1930, late 1930s possibly. I don't know if it says when it's set. I think that's when it's set. But yeah, a great movie. I enjoy it to watch it with her. But yeah, that is a number two. And number one, her favourite, is Drop Dead Fred. If you've seen most of my collection videos, you see I mentioned this quite a few times. This is her favourite. Obviously, Brick Mail passed now, but yeah, she loved it as a kid. Loved the kind of imaginary friends and all the kind of hijinks that they got up to. Phoebe Cates, I believe, is the lead in it as well. Does it say? No, I don't think it even. Oh yeah, it is Phoebe Cates. Obviously married Kevin Kline. Obviously disappeared from the world to become a mum. But yeah, these two work really well. I've watched it, I think, once or twice, and I thought it was quite funny. I liked Bottom back in the day, but I never watched the young ones. Yeah, Bottom was my introduction to kind of Rick Mail, and him and Eddie are always quite funny in their Bottom sketches and stuff. And so yeah, watching this, I thought it was quite clever. He is, or was, I should say, a unique comedian in the way he delivered stuff. But yes, that has been my wife's top 10 movies. If you're seeing this and you're a YouTuber, please feel free to do your own one. Maybe you want to do your kids, maybe you want to do your partner. Maybe you've got an animal who likes watching films, who knows. Happy to throw those videos out. If you're watching this video, I would appreciate if you'd like, comment, and subscribe, and do any or all those. It always is appreciated to help build the channel. And yes, what do you think of my wife's choice? Do you think they're good, bad? Do you think there should have been other suggestions? Let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below. But I've been Simon Screen Time, and I shall see you in the next one.